Okay, welcome back. It is the Full Live Athlete Pastor channel. This is Justin speaking, and it is day 15 of the online Bible reading club. I want to lead you through here, whether you're at work, whether you're on the way home from work, whether you're listening on the YouTube, making it into YouTube night, and just scrolling through. We want to help you read through the Bible in a year. So take advantage of the time you have, and let me be a face to you and an encourager to get you through this. Well, we've got a doozy for you today. We've got 3 chapters in Genesis, Genesis 36 and 38, and then Matthew 10, 40, or 21 through 42. So, all right, we got 3 chapters. And the first chapter is a genealogy. You might be tempted to just skip it. But, it's Esau's genealogy, and it's not even one of the main guys. Esau is the lesser of the 2 twins born of Isaac. Jacob and Esau. Jacob is the favored one. He's the younger one. Esau is the older one, but the older one despises his birthright, and does not follow along in the righteous line. Well, a couple things in there. You got him marrying multiple women, and they're all foreigners, Canaanites, and so that's a big no-no. And the original readers of this would be important, a detail for them to see. Just the wreckage that leads to marry foreign wives. And we'll skip 37 for now and go to 38. Well, Judah assumes this leadership role in the family of Jacob, right? He's a brother, and he, has 3 children that he has from this woman who is another Canaanite. He does the exact same no-no, and this is going to be a repeated theme throughout the Old Testament. As you get into the historical books, you see this is a major problem with King Solomon, as he marries all of these foreign women, and they lead his heart astray into worshiping other gods. Because it's not like this is racist or nationalism or anything like that. Of course, this is just obeying the design of God, that as a covenant people, the people of God are to be solely devoted to Him and holy, and that means you have to agree about the most basic principles of life with those who you're in covenant with, like your husband or wife. And as a man, it would therefore be wrong to pursue a woman who is a non-believer of Christ or Yahweh. And you want to be honest about that, and say, hey, just because she's good looking doesn't mean it's a go. It's about character, and especially worshiping the true and living God. We have to take this seriously, because those close connections we have with others form in us character, and we don't want to do anything that would dishonor God. And you see this repeated theme is that as these readers of these books are going to be living amongst the nations and tempted to do the exact same things, and so we must, as believers today, keep our ways holy and not be too entangled in the world, though we live in the world. We are in the world, but not of the world. So these are some of the principles you might be looking to gather from this. And 38 is a real mess. I mean, you look at it, and Judah gets into all kind of trouble. He marries these Canaanite wives, and then has these children, and then they're rascals and terrible, and God kills 2 of them. And then the first one, the widow, Tamar, God says, Judah says to her, I'm going to send you my second son, and he's going to provide an heir for you because your husband died because he's a rascal. Well, he just uses her. It says he spills his semen on the ground, wastes it. He uses her for sex and doesn't do his job, and then God kills him, Onan. Well, the third one, he says, well, just wait, be a widow for a while, and I'll send you my third son. He doesn't. He doesn't keep his word on that. And so Tamar tricks Judah. Tamar hears that he's coming to town, and he's going to be shearing his sheep, and he's going to be looking for some love when he's there. Well, she dresses up out of her widow clothes into prostitute clothes and tricks him into having sex with her. And you know what? She becomes pregnant. It's another common theme, like David. Well, here's the situation. She actually becomes pregnant, and you know what? Judah, as a hypocrite, wants to condemn her for her immoral actions of having sex with someone who is not her spouse. Well, little does he know that he's the man, and it comes to light that he is in fact the man, and so he says, well, she's more righteous than I am, and confesses. Well, this is just the de-evolution of life outside of God's design. You see that even amongst the good guys, right? Well, the guys that should be the good guys they're not, it's not as clean, So as you look back to that previous chapter 37, you think about it, and this is the chapter where we see the chosen one, Joseph. Joseph is the brother who is the younger brother. His father Jacob loves him. He has a special tunic of multicolors that he gets to wear. He has all these dreams where it seems to, the interpretation seems to be that he's going to be served by all of his younger brothers, and he's going to be the man and the king of the world. And they don't like this, that he tells them about these things, and they get jealous and envious, and they hatch a scheme to have him killed. Well, they decide not to kill him. That'd be too harsh. And so that they just sell him into slavery. They sell him to slave traders and take him to Egypt. And that's how he gets to Egypt, which is going to be very important for the future of the people of God, right? Well, they take the tunic off of him, mix it with blood, and tell the father, hey, he's been eaten by a wild animal somewhere. He's leading him to believe that. Well, it ends up that Joseph goes off to Egypt, and Jacob believes that Joseph is dead. And that's how we get to the New Testament today. We looked at the Genesis chapters. When we get to the first verse in Matthew 21, 10:21, it says that brother will hand brother over to death. Whoa! That's exactly what we just read there. Brothers were handing over their brother to death. Well, that's what's going to happen here. Who are you? Your identity. If your identity is in Christ, you're going to have a target on your back. The world's going to hate that. That's what happened in Genesis 37, right? And that's going to happen today. If you're God's chosen, the enemy, the devil, the flesh, and they're going to be after you. The world's going to be after you. Well, that's exactly what Jesus says. But don't fear. Don't fear the one who's able to kill the body. This guy, if they treated your master this way, they're going to treat you that way. He says, well, they ought to be afraid of the one who's not only able to destroy the body, but soul as well. And so he says to his believers and followers that he came to divide. Actually, he came to divide. He's going to make a kingdom out of this world, which is going to be in rebellion against the rebellion. There's going to be this enmity and hostility between the two. So don't be surprised when you face opposition. Don't be afraid, though, because he's numbered every hair. Every hair on your head is numbered. That's how God cares for you. And you will receive a reward that he has promised for you. A reward that is based not on your good works, but on Christ's perfect good works credited to you through faith. Be aware of just how different you are in light of the doctrine of justification by faith alone in Christ alone. And the world hates that. The world wants you to forget that and be afraid. But nothing can touch you. There's a reward greater than this world. Well, think about that, meditate upon that, and let's keep reading the Bible together. If you have questions, definitely comment below, subscribe, and then turn on notifications so you'll get the latest updates about when the videos are out there. But keep sharing the word, whether or not you're in the car listening to these or just scrolling through the YouTube. I hope this has been a blessing to you, and we'll keep doing it every day through 2021. Peace. Thank you.